This podcast is hosted on podhome.fm, the most modern podcast hosting platform. Podhome offers unlimited episodes and podcasts, and unlimited use of Podhome AI, which generates transcripts, clips, chapters, title suggestions, show notes, and much more. And all of that for just $15.99 a month or $185 per year. That's a steal. So go to podhome.fm and start your 30-day trial now. And enjoy the show with Joe.
Transmitting live from the Asylum Studios, deep in the bowels of Southwest Texas. It's the Joe Rooz Show. The show where we talk about anything and everything. Where nothing is sacred, nothing is watered down, and nothing is PC.
Alrighty, well, hey folks, this is Joe Rooz, and it is great to be with you once again, transmitting live at the Asylum. And of course, as always, doing the very best we can to bring you the best quality talk radio we could muster without all the bluster. Welcome to the show, folks. Joining me tonight is our usual Wednesday for Wayne segment partner, Wayne the Prepared Rankin, our practical prepper. How you doing, my friend?
Well, it's been quite the adventurous last week and a half. It's just I don't know. I have this magnet of sidestepping disaster almost. It's just it's one of those things I come through off of a great trip out in the ocean, catching fish, seeing whales flop around, feeling good, and then all of a sudden I'm in the hospital losing 2 pints of blood. It's like, Calamity Wayne. There's Calamity Jane, Calamity Wayne. All right, but it's an adventure. It is. It really is an adventure. I'm back here in the seat, and I got to go talk to a surgeon about cutting parts of my body parts. I have a lot of body parts already cut out and tossed, and so it's this thing. It's just like I said.
There's not much of you left.
No, on that part. No, I don't need a lot of that stuff anyhow. So I'll just be a brain. I'll just be a brain like in a jar, eventually. And so
what was that? There was a Star Trek. It was a Star Trek episode, right? They had Spock's brain or something like that, right?
And there was one Hitler's brain. There's some old B-rate, Z-rate movie. They kept Hitler's brain in a jar or something.
Yeah, I've actually. I think it's on Tubi. I would not be surprised.
I like it. And so I'm going to stuck together this week, and I'm recovering. How's that? I'll call it. I'm in a recovery phase. But
we missed you last week. You were out.
Yeah.
And so we didn't do a show last week, but and we're glad you're back this week, and you're looking better. You're looking a little pale, though.
Oh, I can feel that. It's like they
it's
don't
your
keep
lighting. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, no, they don't. Nobody keeps you in the hospital anymore. It can be 4.5 days.
Yeah. So
it's like it used to be more than 24 hours. Usually they toss you. It's like, we're gonna get this guy's bleeding stopped, and so it's internal bleeding. It's a problem I'm dealing with my remission of cancer and some of the side effects from it, and that's all I'll go with. I'm not gonna stop, slow down a little bit. It slows me down, but I'll be back. If there's a hiss out there, I got that wonderful, incredible, crazy wife out there, the redhead, painting the house. This is a 2,000 square foot house, and one of the tops is 30 feet tall. Wow. And so she's been up there on the roof, and she's got it almost done. And so, she doesn't stop. And so she wants to get this all done before she goes back to work. And but in the times that I've been off, in the past week and having the time, I'm going to make it productive. And there's something there's a a pattern happening, and it's really, those movies. There's always movies that they put them together, and the ending, but even the whole category of it, like they're going to stop the Antichrist, and what's going to happen? Can they do it?
Yes,
no, it's not going to happen. No. Even the Left Behind, the last one, it had Louis Gossett Jr. I'm going to stop him. No, no, it's not going to happen. And so it's like these data centers, they're going to be the tech that's going to be. As Peter Thiel said, he set it up for the Antichrist. Quote.
I remember hearing him say that which I thought was really fascinating. That
just the other day.
They're not hiding it anymore, brother.
There's no hiding it. And these people, we're going to stop those. and everybody's buddy Trump there to sign it in January. All the Trump lovers. Look, I voted for the dude 3 times. The old story of, lesser of two evils. And it truly was from the hyena. Couldn't have her than that. And so we would have been nuked already, but she was in. But it's
the cackling commie from California.
Yeah, exactly. But these are Trump's buddies. All these guys are connected. I mean, you'll see an event with Trump, and there's Bill Gates. I know Bill Gates. He's up the road. He's about an hour and a half away. Bill Gates, you guys, him and Peter Thiel and all the other cronies, Larry Ellison. I'm getting these names here. And these are the guys, the 5 or 6 guys that own everything. Everything. Like this Larry Ellison, his son just bought CBS, who owns CBS and this and Paramount and this and this. Well, he's going to own every channel or every. To get to it, though, it's not just elites. It's not just powerful. It's total demonic. It's this total group of guys, and they're going to get devoured at the end. See, they get eaten. They just get eaten last. That's what they don't know. They're still going to get
buying themselves more time, right?
It's all it is. They're buying. I don't mind going first. At least it's a star I get because I'll take me out first. But you guys are going to get. It's like those guys in the Nazi camps, the Jews they picked out to put a uniform on and to run out their buddies. They were just going to get a little bit more time than the rest of the concentration camp people. They're going to get it too. So what I've been hearing is a pattern out there because I've been all over the country, 100,000 miles.
Well, brother, before you do that, before you get into your bit here,
rant,
we got to do some housekeeping. We got to make sure people know who we are. All right, so folks, just some basic housekeeping for you. Please don't forget to head over to our website, joerooz.com. It's joerooz.com, and when you get over there, look for that contact form. It's hidden up in the upper right corner of your screen, and the little pancake up there. Just open that thing up, open up the web form, send us over a message, let us know whatever's on your heart, whatever's on your mind, any questions, comments, cares, or concerns that you might have. Maybe you have a complaint, maybe you have a suggestion for a guest or a topic you'd like us to discuss. Send it on over to us. Let us know. We would love to hear from you guys. Now, if you don't want to use the web form, which is fine, I get it. The whole CAPTCHA thing with the web forms, it drives you crazy. You can always email us directly at info@joerooz.com. That's info@joerooz.com. Also, quick reminder, live show every weeknight, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Sunday show, 3 p.m. Central Time. 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm forgetting my own show times. That's how tired I am these days. But 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, our Sunday Bible study show. You're welcome to come in here and join us. You can find us all live on Rumble at rumble.com/JoeRooz, on YouTube, if you're still on YouTube, youtube.com/@JoeRooz there as well. And, of course, the audio is streaming live across our website, joerooz.com, and across all the modern 2.0 apps that are out there. So check out the show in any way you possibly can. And if you do, make sure you leave a comment or make give us a rating. We'd like a 5-star if you would, please. So if you could do that, we would really, really appreciate that. Also, very, very important is to remember to like, subscribe, and share the show with your friends, your family, and your followers. That way, you help us to get found. The algorithm is the main thing. You got to tweak the algorithm, and you do that by liking the show, sharing it, and just getting it out there for us. We'd really appreciate that. So if you could, please don't forget, like, subscribe, and share across all of your platforms. Really do appreciate that. All right. Well, with the housekeeping stuffs out of the way, let's get down to the brass tacks, my friend. What do you got for us?
Okay, like I was saying here, just be prepared. I'm just finding this pattern, like I said. One thing has been interesting on how things are like cells are splitting, like a human cell. Things are splitting. Now, I'm just catching up with some of this stuff because, Joe, I can't do it. I can't watch this stuff, listen to stuff. Like every YouTuber that knows virtually nothing, just every Jack in the Box is popping up and everything that's going with that. But it's like I heard one, Mega versus the Patriots. Okay, which group is this now? I mean, which one do I belong closer to? And I'm starting to see this, there's groups are like sub-splitting, or if that's a correct word. And, Trump has got himself into one bad position here. Like, I don't like that poking the bear and stuff like that, but he didn't leave well enough alone. Everything was, he had the Arabs connected with the Jews they're becoming a problem. And I have open season with them because I was married to Israel. I was married to a Jewish woman, and she had a lot of problems with Israel, the government. Let's just go with this, boys and girls, because I know there's a urinating contest with Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens and Mark Levin, et cetera, et cetera. The government and the peoples of powers that be. There's bad people in the Israeli governments. They're not perfect. And that's just where these condescending, pious Christians who use Israel as their what's little lucky rabbits here afoot, and that's what they do. It's like I'm from the land of Israel, and if you're not, you're no. Their government's corrupt too. Okay, mm-hmm. Benjamin Netanyahu, one of his best closest allies is Kushner, son-in-law of Donald Trump. Kushner's dad, back in the early 2000s, was indicted and arrested on fraud, trafficking, money laundering, all that stuff that you know about, all the things that criminals do, white collar criminals do. And he got in big trouble. And by golly, that was his dad. And that's Kushner. And Kushner went over there and negotiated the Iranian deal and came back and said, let's bomb him. This is bomb him, Dad, because he stayed with Netanyahu. Okay. And Netanyahu would come and stay over here with him, with Jared Kushner. That's what I'm thinking it is. And he's building his own island. Him and his wife, Ivanka. Not their own place, their own island somewheres out there.
They're building the island.
Yeah, building the island. So these guys are all connected. You will eventually, like there was an old thing back in the 90s or whatever, 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon. And I guess something like you could have 6 moves and you're related to Kevin Bacon. It was just a goofy game, but this is kind of what this all is with the powers that be guys. Okay, you will connect them eventually. And even a lot of Epstein guys will be involved. And see, that's the whole point of Trump. Oh, people are going to get hurt. Oh, face it, yeah, you bet they're going to get exposed because they were connected with that. And so there's a kind of a atmosphere out there of Israel, America. Is Israel pulling America's political strings? Well, they do have a lot of say and everything, but I think it's more Kushner's pulling the strings. And I see that because his hand is on a lot of stuff as this Iranian thing. He negotiated it. So if he negotiated it and he's buddies with Netanyahu and they attacked, well, wouldn't you say that both of these guys said yes? And Trump just said yes because all of his intel said yes, which it was bad. It's not just intel. It's like I said, but no one listened to Wayne. What about Wayne? And I told everybody, these guys are not Arabs. They're Persians. They're tough. Or they're relentless. They invented chess. They know how to hunker down, and they bide their time. Where the Arabs they'll give up. They will give up, and they, like I said, if you punch them in the nose a couple of times, they will back down. But everything was well enough alone. The Jews had the Arab Accords or Abraham Accords. Everything was going great. They were talking about getting Gaza cleaned up. Great idea. So Trump, if you ask me, he never calls me, and I don't get this because I will make it straight. Leave it alone. You're talking, and I'm going to ask you a question, Joe. Joe Rooz, I've got a question for you. Everyone's concerned about Iran having a bomb. Can't they buy one from China or North Korea?
Of course.
Without even building one.
Of course.
There you go. It's like the weapons of mass destruction with George Bush. America, Saddam Hussein's got weapons of mass destruction. So we got to go in there, a country that had nothing to do with 9/11. So we're going to go into war with them because they got weapons of mass destruction. It's the same thing. It's his other brother. So, so this is got gas up here at $6 a gallon out where we're at, and our Costco gas is $5 a gallon about. So it just, I was driving with the wife, coming back from the hospital, going, let me take me back to my futon and let me heal from not too much different than what's going on. GI bleeding, lower GI bleeding. It's pretty much what's happening in America right now. Wayne's digestional system, America right now. Are they connected? I believe so. As our similarities, absolutely.
It's in some Wayne way. There's some connection there, I'm sure.
The big time, Joe. Come on, I've got the evidence, man. I've got the evidence of all of this. And I'm saying, guys, take a look. But there's a lot of trends happening, Joe. Trends, okay? And a lot of trends on that are going, like, food prices, cattle prices, chickens dying. It goes over and over. And when Gabby Tulsa stopped out, how do you say her name? Wait a minute.
Tulsi
Gabbard. Okay, her
Gabby
last day.
Tulsa.
Yeah, she let it go, man.
I'm gonna chalk it up to the medication, buddy.
Oh gosh, am I medicated, man?
All right.
Oh yeah, I am. So, the former Department of Defense lady, she just let it be on Fauci. She dumped on him on her last day. Can't
Brother,
fire her.
I gotta fix something really quick, so I'm gonna put you on solo for a second. All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Go ahead.
Oh my gosh, I'm all here all alone. No, on the last day, she dumped on Fauci and all those poor people who took the shot, and all those people pointed their finger at me. I didn't get the shot, and I didn't get COVID. I'm about the only person who didn't do either one of those. I either didn't take the shot or I didn't get COVID. But people I know, it's people who did get the shot and didn't get COVID, and people who took the shot and still got it. So I did neither. Didn't take the shot, and I didn't get it. To this day, I still haven't gotten it. And I shared actually a piece of cake with my sister, and she was in the hospital for 5 days with COVID, and I shared the cake with her. She goes, "What's going on here?" I go, "I get certain immunities, except for lower GI tract problems. Other than that, we survive everything else." But the trend is going on here, and what's happening with these, I call these guys men in black type, globalist, Bohemian Grove, all the different names and all the different guys over the decades who pretty much called it the Alex Joneses of the world, and et cetera, et cetera. And it's coming into place. I'm watching it come into place, and either you see it or you don't see it, because they're not, like you said earlier, they're not hiding it. Joe, those data centers are coming up. Well, what's going to be these data centers? They're going to spy on us. Come on, boys and girls. These things are massive.
You know what theory I like about these data centers?
What's that?
Is that underneath each of these data centers is an underground city for the elites.
Probably. Who knows? I mean, they're building their own, but how much? They're talking how many billions of gallons of water a day that they're going to use. And newsflash, can't quote me on where it is. I think it's Texas, but it's a ranch. It's got cows, and there's a data center new one up. More stillborns he's had in his career of a rancher. Mm-hmm. Said, as a rancher, never to have that many. I'm getting massive stillborns of my calves. We're only how many miles away from this thing? Coincidence? No. There's a lot of problems with these things. So it's kind of like the trend is we can't have the American dream. This can't. The guys who are in the blue collar, I'm talking the $50,000 to $75,000 a year guys, which are now, that's a working class, and that's like, you're going to be overtaxed, and you're not going to have Elon Musk threw it in there. Forget about your 401s and your retirements. So I would like to know what he meant by that. I really would. Does he mean they're going to be gone? Are we going to be gone? Is there a system that's going to be so AI that you'll, like I said, there's a song, you should play it sometime. In the year 2525, not going to need your hands or need your eyes. A machine will be doing that for you. And it's really prophetic. It was back in the 60s, and they're talking different 25 and 35, 45. So it's been 10,000 years. Man has cried a billion tears. Well, what they never knew. Now man's main is through, and through to eternal light.
I don't know this song, my friend.
It's by Ziegler and Evans. It was like a top hit in the 60s, 69, 70. It was like a top 10 hit. And it's so prophetic when you go back, and it talks about in the year 25, and they go, and you start reading this stuff, there's AI in it. There's biological birthing. There's just a bunch of stuff like, whoa, they wrote this 60 years ago. It's kind of an interesting song.
I'm going to have to go look for that and
Ziegler
check it out.
and Evans.
I don't know that.
Ziegler and Evans. Okay. The year 25. And a lot of stuff. I just seen the thing with Musk here. It was like in 2007 and stuff. He was talking about how it came true. But there's almost, these guys are. I told somebody, what the difference between the liberals and the conservatives are, which I'm neither one of them now. I'm not even my conservative buddies. They're throwing me they threw me out of the boat, because I can't stand for that lockstep, that lockstep belief in one system, or Trump and whatever, and Lindsey Graham and those guys. But I told somebody, you know what the difference between what I call it, ultra conservatives and the liberals is? I'm not one of them. I'm the guy. I'm barbecuing. I got my steak, maybe a dog, and I'm there. The liberals next door calling the cops on me for the smoke from my barbecue. They can't have it that I'm having a little bit of fun. And the conservative guys are going, well, Charles, he's got steaks he bought from Costco. Those are those guys, He went to Walmart to get that. Those are the other group. So I don't belong with them either. So, yeah. He's got a red Solo cup, He must be trailer park. It's like, really, I got a guy that makes like how many $1 million a year I grew up with. He still likes beer and cheese sticks. He goes, why should I change? I grew up with you guys. I'm still with the same high school. I made it. He says, if it wasn't for my father, I'd be making $25 an hour, $30 an hour. So he goes, yeah, but I still like chili dogs and, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm sure he goes to different fine places and stuff like that. But I just don't belong. Joe, I just don't belong anymore in this world. And in the categories of everybody's got their own category. I'm not mega. Am I patriot? I don't know. I'm just the American guy who's now 65, finding that, what dream was it we were supposed to have? Because my dad had the American dream. Got out of the World War II, worked 30-something years, and got the pension. House was paid off. And he did it. And it wasn't that much of a challenge. I mean, good hard work, Yeah. Back hurt, feet hurt, but come in and bitching about, damn it, groceries was $18 a day. Would you go get those 14 bags? And that's true. What I just said is an ultimate true statement.
Well, I remember too growing up.
Yeah, almost $20, damn it, I spent this week on groceries.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
It's ridiculous. It really is.
Think of $20 could feed a family of 6 or 7.
I saw something online not too long ago. It was an old newspaper ad for Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Mm-hmm.
It was $4 to feed a family of 4.
Right. Macaroni and cheese. I went back and found one 7 cents a box.
I think it was in the 70s. It was from sometime in the early 70s.
Yeah, because I was born 61, so like 67, 68, I was like, knowledgeable stuff. 7 cents a box or 6 cents a box for So if you did 10 of them at 60 cents, well, 10 of them, you got a few kids. That's going to take care of a big part of the week, and you're only at 60 cents. 60 cents. So
now they're what, like $5-6 a box?
Yeah, like I said, and we can go on this all night long here. But one of the trends I'm seeing is we're the hardworking people. I call them the $75,000 a year. Okay, there's no housing for them in areas anywheres. Maybe some rural areas in certain states. You go to North Dakota, you can get a place for $100,000, but you better have a retirement check out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. And one of the videos I showed, it said it was 3 northern Idaho towns to move up to that you shouldn't move up to unless you have a retirement check or you're a remote worker and you're a rich guy that can do it from your big den. Okay. And you're working from home that way. Other than that, don't move up here. Literally. And they start showing the cost of the house. Average house starts at $450,000. I'm going $100,000 a year. Let's go with $100,000 a year. And you're taxed. They say in Seattle, if you're at a certain limit over 100,000 or 100 something, 125, you're taxed at 60%. 60 cents of each dollar is taxed in the city of Seattle. So there you go. And they're talking about rent being $2,500 a month for a 1,000 square foot place.
Yeah,
so
it's crazy. Yeah.
So
housing costs are absolutely ridiculous. Property taxes are just ridiculous. I
could practical prep Joe everything here. I could, like I said, get a nice check and finish up everything. I could have. My next big move is going to be a little wind turbine, and I'm going to be setting up that to run about 2,000 watts, and I can do it. I'm going to be working at within the year. So I'll have wind turbine, 2,000 watts. We're getting rid of the natural gas I don't like natural gas. They're raising the rates on that. So in the summertime, we don't have air conditioning because I live up in the mountains.
Yeah, you don't
And
need
it's all night long. We open the doors. My girl Ro opens the doors. It's like 30 degrees. It's like 60 degrees in the morning, in the 50s. Shut the doors. It sustains it most of the day. We don't get 90 degrees all the time. We did the other day. By the end of the evening, good, check. And like I said, everything else, my water's mine, my septic's mine, my heat is mine, my wood is mine. I got to get to the electric. And once I get electric done, I'm off grid, 100% off grid. And I'm working, solar doesn't work so good out here, but wind does. I'm up in the mountains. And I'm looking at these. I got a buddy who's an architect and a mechanical engineer. He goes, I'll set it up for you, dude. And there's these, of all things, these Tesla batteries are huge. They're like, 4 foot by 3 foot for about 12 inches thick. And I guess they can run up to 4,000 or 5,000 watts. So all I need to do is get a couple of those turbines put up there, and not the big ones. They're actually kind of, I have to do it with my fingers. They're more like, they go like this instead of the fans. They go like this. These go like this.
They oscillate.
Yes. Okay. And so it doesn't have the wide span. And like I said, you put the cable down to the box generates electricity, and it sends it to the big battery that you put on your house.
Okay.
So when do I need it? Well, like I said, if I just use an electric water heater, I just have that turned on to there, and I will cut down a lot of my electric. Now I'm not looking at getting the money back from it. I'm looking at, I have it now. I'm talking about have it now, which means if you buy something, well, I put $500 in all this food supply. Don't think of making it back. You have it now. That's kind of my practical prep of the week. Do you have it now? Do you have 10 gallons of water set aside in your pantry underneath, sealed? And some of the stuff you need, do you have it right now? So if you buy it, and whatever it's worth at the moment you buy it, it's going to be worth more when you have it, if you don't have it, because everything goes through the roof when that stuff happens. So, right. But my preparedness is be prepared, because taxes are going to come in. They're just coming after us. It's not a woe's me type thing. It's been written. It's been written. I mean, you've been doing Revelation. You did Revelation 14 the other day, and I understand that. And I tell people, I says, this stuff's all been written, and it's coming true. And the powers that be are letting it know. I mean, let's look at the usual suspects, the guys that are like the Bill Gates, Bezos, what's his name, Zuckerberg, all of them. They're all building their own places, and they're doing it with the labor, regular carpenter guys, and they're not going to profit from it. People build those places because they do the job and they're gone. I just look at it as what's happening with these housing units. We're building places. Here we go again, Joe. The county voted to sell the property to some builder, 740 houses. It's like 740 acres. So there's 740 houses at least. I think there's 1,400, because you can put 2 houses on an acre.
Yeah.
And these houses, these companies that are showing the 2 or 3 major companies, it's crap. It's
you
always
you could even use a smaller amount of acreage and put a smaller house. You could
exactly. I'm just
3 houses on an acre.
I'm being generous for 1,500 houses probably out there, but there's several housing building companies, and they're showing on the YouTube I've seen the horror stories. Cheap materials, it's moldy, it's breaking apart early, and if you could build a house in a few days, frame it. I worked on a crew. We framed a house in 14 hours. I mean, there's tons of us that do it. But it's the material that you're using. I was a apprentice carpenter, union carpenter. I helped build houses, so I know what that means. And they're slapping these things together just like dominoes. And so they're putting those people in these houses, and they're finding they're not very good quality. And so I was watching a thing on Bozeman, Montana, just like the TV show Yellowstone, where all these developers they're already there. They were Tom Brady's in there, Justin Timberlake, all these places that nobody else can go in. Call it, they're elites, they're spoiled, they're privileged, and everything that goes with it. And they don't have barbecues like me, and so I have fun. I actually have fun with them. Gosh, jeez.
Well, I don't think they would eat anything that you would have anyway.
No, like I said, elk sausage, not going to happen. So
elk sausage is good. I like it.
It's fantastic. Stuff is fantastic. But they're putting a kibosh on people out in these areas that have been down there for generations. Like I said, you cannot live in Bozeman, Montana if you work. If you're moving there, you can't do it. If you already got the house that grandma had and she's giving it down to you, you're going to be fine. You can start paying more taxes. And they just voted in a huge tax break for all the companies, all of the corporations. And so I'm just prepared to hunker up in the mountains. And I've told people, I like being left alone now. And one of the trends, I just seen a guy the other day, Joe, and it kind of hit me because it was me. He goes, I'm done. He goes, I like isolation. I don't want a side job. I don't want that extra job now no more. I got my check. It pays what I have and what I need. And what I need is enough. And I'm with him on that one. And that's where we're at. That's where we're at, man. If you got a home, we both got homes, Joe, and you know what? If you buy the lower rack brown beverage on the lower shelf, or you buy that the beer, it's like costs $12 for 12 bottles, and you're happy with that. That's what is happiness. If you're happy with that, that's great. Whatever entertains you, that's great. But I'm feeling people are isolating themselves on purpose. And like I said, I already live up in the woods. I already live in the mountains. And a buddy of mine my wife painted the house. She's a different breed. She's like a mutant. She is like extraterrestrial mutant, man. She's got the curves, but man, she can kick your ass. And not with these fake movies where the shows 125-pound she hero beating 6 Navy SEAL guys. I mean, really, come on. It shows, they're jumping up on their necks and twisting them. My wife could kick her ass. 1 or 2 punches. And I'm not kidding you either. She's done taekwondo. And I've wrestled with her. She's a stout girl. That's a stout girl, man. And so she's out there painting the house. And I said, to her, I says, the equipment was borrowed from a fishing club member. And we went fishing. And this guy's interesting. His name's Malcolm. He's from South Africa. And he fought the Russians in a war. But he brought all this equipment that a professional housing contractor would need for free. And we helped him with the stuff. We didn't ask for it. Can we, pay you for this? He goes, no, we're members, we're friends. And he says, you're working on my boat. It's a great barter, okay? But he came up here and he says, when I was coming up the driveway, I was expecting hearing banjos play.
I will attest to that. I said, yeah, you've been to your place, so I've seen it. Yes,
but he didn't know the laser dot that was following his forehead all the way up. I had that laser right on there, Joe.
It's like for the audience, if you've ever seen the movie Deliverance, that's what you expect.
Ding, ding, ding,
right,
ding,
that's
ding,
what you're
ding,
expecting
ding.
when you're going up to Wayne's place. That's what you expect to see.
And I love every bit of it. So yeah, I got the chickens are doing great, and the beehives are doing good, and I got the garden all at least done for this year. Next year it's going to be huge. It's going to be a really massive garden, and so we're finished. The wood will be done, the house will be done, the property will be done, and the shops will be clean. All the automotive and mechanical stuff is going to be fixed and ready to go, and the Mustang will be done. So no EMP will go against this car. It's a '66. So, I'll be cruising through,
I just got finished telling people that, you got to check out Wayne's show on Wednesdays because, Wayne, he's not one of those doomsday preppers. He's a practical prepper. And here you're talking about EMPs and
I know. What the thing is,
you made me a liar.
No, it's not. But be prepared for it. I'm just showing you through my life. You can do what I didn't. I say that.
No, I know. I'm just messing with you.
The guy said he's isolated. I said, I understand that. I'm at a point in my life, I don't need a lot. And if you don't need a lot, you can prep just like this. And prep means, people, the number one thing is killing America is loneliness. I've been reading men over 60, they're killing themselves for loneliness, whatever they may be, if they're widowed or widowed, or just whatever. Mom died and that was the only contact they had. It's one of those things that's, but I told my wife, I says, if I go, I says, when I was up here, I was a widower. I was alone, but I wasn't lonely because I have here's the big word of the day, Joe, structure.
And that's a great point. That's a very, very great point because.
So I could talk you doom and gloom, but if you're structured, you're still good.
Right. I mean, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
You know, I can't, like the stat you just gave, you know, men over 60. I'm not 60 yet. I'm getting close to it, but I'm not there yet. But I can't see myself being so depressed and so
I know.
let down over being lonely, alone. Why? Because I, like you, I have structure.
Structure is the most important word.
My home is my environment. My home is where I go to for sanctuary, for peace. And I'm not looking to introduce anything into my place of peace that's not going to contribute to peace.
Bingo.
And you know something? 99.999/100% of other human beings are not going to produce any kind of peace to complement what I already have. So I'm fine. I'm good. I'm okay being here by myself, and it's me and my dogs. That's it.
Well, and this is for everybody out there watching about doom and gloom. It's not. I'll give you it in this a capsule. The pastor came in last Sunday to check on me on the hospital, and my story is, like I said, my last 5 years, and he even said, my last 5 years is I'm in remission of cancer. I've been hospitalized 5 times for blood mishaps, different stuff, sepsis, this, because what happened in my unique, not a good unique, cancer and remission and side effects has left me with this. Okay. So I go, let me see what's happened in my time period here. Probably 15 surgeries, 30 holes. I got forced out of my work. I lost a $500,000 nest egg. I lost a wife. She's gone. And then I've got a car crash that nearly killed me. I'm going to be 2 years in rehabilitation for my 2 shoulders and my knee. And now I've had this already, and they're going to have to cut a big piece out of my colon. You know what I have to say? I'm cool. I really am. Stop bitching, everybody. I got the king to be bitching. And I say, here's the key word of the day, structured. Right now, I don't have much energy. You know what I did, Joe? Is she was loading stuff up, got a log on her shoulder, serious. I'm out in the shop getting all these, I call them little shoe boxes that are like plastic. You get at the $1.50, $1.99 store soon. It's like I got a bunch of little screwdrivers, this type of stuff, and I'm sorting them out because that's all I can manage in an hour, maybe 20 minutes. I have to go rest because I lost 2 pints of blood. So it's going to take me 2 weeks. There's my structure. I'm in the garage. We clean the garage out. It's going to be structured. Okay. Yeah. We're working on our mechanics. I got a young whippersnapper girl. Yes, guys, she's 20 years younger than me, and she sure looks it. And so she loves this new toy I got her, and I showed her, the ATV, a 4-wheeler. You know what those are? People call them different parts of the country. They may call them this. It's the 4-wheel, you get on 4 wheels and tear the hell out of the woods. She's I love this thing, I go, I love it that you love this. And it's running. And my next door neighbor, Zach, he works for the military, and he knows he can fix any engine on the planet. Because let's get everything running, man. ATV, the go-kart. I got the lawnmower, the riding mower going, and the 66 Mustang. How about this, Joe? Is this American? I got the shit. I got the shop. I got the Dukes of Hazzard poster back there. You know what my favorite poster is? I got Butch Cassidy coming out with that freeze frame where they're coming out. It's a famous one. We're at the end of the movie, and you hear the Mexican army, and there's like 3 or 4 rounds in it, and it freeze frames. That's my big poster. Butch Cassidy. That's good. Mother effer, Joe? Buddy? That's
great.
Freaking my Miller beer back there with the freaking Mustang up on the air with the freaking brakes putting together. Joe, I'm talking New York, now I'm fucking brother bing, brother. I go, this is America right here. I don't have nothing to bitch and moan about.
Wayne acts more New York than I do at times.
I know. I was married to it. I was married to Brooklyn for 20-something years. It would come out. But no, for real, I don't have nothing to complain about, Joe. I got to go into the surgeon next week. They're going to take a piece of my bunghole out of there somewheres, or whatever. Whatever happens. My son was teasing me about Beavis and Butthead. Hey, Cornholio! Ho, ho, ho! That little son of a... I'm going to kick it. There's something, I guess, the Beavis and Butthead thing. They had something about Cornholio, Bungholio, or something like that. That was one of their calling.
I think it was both.
Yeah. Well, that was both of them. So I'll be seeing him Sunday and give him some noogies.
Oh, no. It was Cornholio. Yeah. And he had TP in his bunghole.
That's right. So yeah, so my son wouldn't let that. He wouldn't let that be. And
Why
so
I know this, I don't know. But
your generation, man. That's your generation. So yeah, but I'm going. I am the poster boy of whatever. I tell my wife whatever, the United States of whatever, and she goes, really? My pastor goes. He said he looks at me and goes, it's not what happens to me. It's how I react to it.
yeah,
And he goes, you're an evangelist. You've been all over the world. I've witnessed Christ to 10,000 people. Like I'm talking to you.
I'm surprised he hasn't ordained you.
No, my pastor, other pastor said, I says, I could become a pastor. No. We can just say, no, Wayne. We don't need 3-hour sermons. Or you jumping down and getting a headlock on somebody. Because you're great out there. We need you out there. And okay, good. And it works. I talk with people. I talk.
Well, have them pray over you as a missionary and give you the official designation and send you on your way.
Yeah, and actually, I was talking with someone about Christ here, wherever I was. What at the grocery store? Just started talking with the guy, and we talked for 30 minutes. He goes, I gotta go, man. He says, man, it was good talking to you. And the chaplain that came into the hospital, after he was done, he goes, you have totally blessed me. Because I said, knowledge of the Bible is nothing without obedience to the Bible. Mm-hmm. He looked at me, wow. I said, and we started going over ailments in the Bible and the thorn. I said, but he left and he said, you blessed me. I said, you know what? That's the point of this is what are we doing nowadays? We see, what the biggest thing is now, Joe, is videos of people in confrontation everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what? The
it's tiring, isn't it?
Yeah, everywhere. It's just a guy walks out, whatever. It doesn't even matter it's how he walked out past the guy. Mofo disrespected me. I don't know what disrespected me means. I really don't understand that. Without saying anything. And so everything is confrontational now. And as it said, the Bible said men's hearts will grow cold. And it's growing. And the temperature is going down, baby. It's
Absolutely.
going down. So
many times. We are in the last days of the last days. This is it.
And I'm getting everybody prepared just to if you want to isolate yourself, get a few supplies and have it in whatever building you have. You've got a shop, if you've got a pantry or a hallway, and maybe it's a hallway closet, and maybe you don't have much in it, then gut it and start putting shelves in it for extra stuff. And you can do this a little at a time. Like I say, start small. Take the $10 or $15, and if you need to go to the $1.85 store, go get it, and pack up some stuff.
I noticed the change. Last week it was the $1.50 store.
It depends on what state you're in.
No.
I'm covering all the different states here. In our state, it's what county you're in. We actually went to go get gas, and we were at the Costco she doesn't work at. 20 cents difference because of the different part of the county. Mm. That city, Lacey, charges more for than where she works. She was, get it at work for 20 cents cheaper a gallon. So that's why I always jokingly, what's different price and everything. But I'm saying, I tell people, I got guys that aren't structured, and they're like, a buddy of mine, Wayne, you have to have $1 million to retire. I go, in what life? In what life form? What do I need to retire with that kind of money? Everything I get in my check, I always have money left over at the end of the month to roll over to the next month. Okay. I have all the taxes paid for the year in this account. So there's the property taxes. And here's enough to cover everything each month. And I got money I don't have to worry about automotive no more. My buddy Zach, the young man next door, I watch him grow up. The guy can fix if he's working on military stuff, Joe, he can fix whatever. The Ford truck I got, the 2016, it was going to be $1,900. He did it for $7,000. Everything.
Well, another reason why you're okay is because you are self-sufficient. You don't have a lot of expenses that other people would have. Like you don't have to go grocery shopping every week. You have almost everything you need right there on your own property.
Right. We asked that. You're gonna love this. She gets away with that face gets away with a lot of different things. We were at a fair one time, and it was hot, and the water was $3 a bottle. I said, "Well, okay." She goes, "I'll go grab it." And I came back, and she had two. Picture it, Joe. The commercials. It's hot. And those bottles have that what they call the cold sweat on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's so freaking cold, and the bottle you just can't wait, and it's ice cold. I go, oh, she goes, I go, did you get any change for him? He goes, no, the guy gave them to me free. She has one of those.
I think you told this story already. Yeah,
so yesterday we were coming back from that Costco. The gas was too high. She goes, there's a place that's what they call it's like a bread company, Franz. It's the after markup, like the stuff that's a day old and whatever. Let's say the bread's $3 in the regular your regular grocery stores. It's going to be 2 for $3 now. So she wraps out. All we needed was a special bread because I can't eat seeds. I got diverticulitis and the stuff that's going with it. I'm going to eliminate a lot of stuff on this side, which ain't a big deal. Well, I love blackberries. Well, she'll make blackberry jelly instead of the jam. We already got this all figured out. But I said, can we get some bread? Because I bought me a slicer, a meat slicer. We're going to raise our own birds. I'm going to roast the chicken breast, and Wayne will be slicing away, brother. Yeah, forget Jersey Mike's, And she's going to make her own bread. So there we go there. So no, we don't have to go. So she goes to the, whatever you call it, the secondhand, whatever, not secondhand. Can't get the word. The place, it's got the bakery name on it, and you're buying the day olds and stuff like that.
Okay.
And she came out with a smile. I go, well, what's going on? He goes, oh, he just gave it to me. The guy in there, he helped me pick out the bread. He goes, I'll just take it. We don't shop, Joe. I just send her in there. She comes out with free stuff.
That's great, though.
He's got a face that's just like, I don't know. It's like a saint. It's like Saint Row. I mean, so, but there's another part I want to talk to the crew about. It's me. I put money into it, a couple $300 into a meat slicer. So my sister asked me, well, what do you do? I go, raise the beef, which a buddy does, because I will trade him. And plus I've known him since he was 2 years old, salmon. So, I can get, I hate to say this, a quarter beef for $2 a pound, Black Angus, grass grown in Oregon, because it's a family thing. It's a family thing. So my buddy Rich said, hey, Brandon's bringing the meat over. You're going to pay $400 for a lot of meat. So I'll take that roast, Joe. This is for prepping. This is the prepper side of me. I will roast it. And I used to just use a knife. So now, as I speak, right now, we have a turkey breast in the fridge tomorrow, Father's Day. And I go get the block cheese at $3.99 a pound. Okay, $3 something a pound, because I'm not going to be charging. I'm not going to be charged for someone else slicing it. Right. And so she's already got the turkey. The turkey has turkey, water, salt in it. Okay. Didn't buy that one, but I got chickens in there. And so my sister goes, well, how do you do that? I go, I take a roast. Well, where do you get the roast from? As I just told you, it comes from a farm. I mean, no, everything is co-op with our families, our friends. And remember I told you a couple shows back, get yourself a network and a support group. If cousin Billy Bob knows how to fix carburetors and this and this and this, that's a good part. If your sister-in-law is a baker, or she's a pastry chef, or she's, that you get 2 or 3, you need about 4 categories: food, mechanical, electrical, administration. Okay. And so I said, I will roast let's grab roast A out. Okay, Joe, I will roast it tomorrow or next few days. I will slice it myself. I'll make my own sandwiches. I'll make my own stuff. So my meat slice is more than that. Yeah. And so in fact, when I do get my elk, I'll be able to slice my steaks an inch thick. When I put that big, huge thing on there, boom, 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 I'll rip off 20 steaks an inch thick. It's practical prepping, but I guess I'm more than just practical. I'm just logical at how I do it and practical together. And like I said, Sean Ryan had a guy from the Transformer movie series, Josh Duhamel, or sorry, you say Duhamel. Josh, D-U-H-U, whatever his name is. And he's famous now for prepping. He's bought his own place with his Hollywood big money and whatever state he's at, his 100 acres or whatever. He's got his pond, he's got this, he's got that. And Sean Ryan goes, you got to get this book. And he's showing the book. I've had it 25 years. Mm-hmm. That's a book I worked off of. I've been working off of this book, Sean. So yeah, anybody says they got it one on me, I'll take them on, Joe. I'll take them on. Ask me anything about this stuff like that. It's all just practical lifestyle and, like I said, structure. And I think a big part of this is what's happening is things are costing. How many people can have all these phones for their kids and family and everybody? So, Joe, we don't have TV reception of cable, antenna, satellite dishes, et cetera, et cetera. We have Paramount Plus, which is, I get it for 65 and older, $8 a month, and Netflix. I get the cheap Netflix. I get the ones with commercials for $7. So about $15. We don't watch it much anyhow. It's mostly for the winter. And there we go. Because we don't really use the TV that much because we're, I guess, entertaining ourselves. You know, we like to bake, we like to cook, we love to fish. It's fishing season. We do our calendar from this. Okay, salmon season started today in Washington. The saltwater salmon season. We're not going yet. We're going to go at 4th of July weekend because it opens at another area there. 4th of July weekend, beautiful coastal town, going for the salmon opening, rock and freaking roll 250 years. We're going to take some adult beverages, sliced turkey sandwiches, et cetera, going out in the ocean, and she's going to kick some butt, catch some salmon, you know. And I got my new vacuum packer, and so I got a new vacuum packer to do all the fish. And like I said, man,
you're something else, brother.
It doesn't cost. This was $200 and that was $300. So if you just do your finances, which we do, because Joe, we're not paying for 2 phones. We're not paying for this. We're not paying for this and this and this. So all the things we're not paying for can go into a new vacuum packer to make sure your food is sealed completely. And the meat slicers for me not having to go buy a Jersey Mike's or Subways or whatever, which I wouldn't buy that crap anyhow. Jersey Mike's.
You know, actually, that's really interesting too, because
financial prepping.
Yeah, you think about all these extra things that you have. Like I was talking to somebody, was it yesterday, the day before yesterday, about subscription fatigue.
Oh,
you know, everything you do has to have a subscription. You got a subscription.
It's killing me.
You got a subscription for your, like in my case, like you have a subscription for your Microsoft products because you can't buy it anymore. You can't get a disc. You can't install it that way. You have to, subscribe to it on a monthly. On a monthly. Everything is a freaking subscription, and it's getting tiring. I even for the show, it's getting annoying every month. I get ding for this, a ding for that, a ding for this, a ding for that. And I look at these things and I'm like, look at all this money that I'm sending out for subscriptions when I could actually be using it for something else, something a little bit more important than just this, access to something that I used to be able to get for free.
Right.
Well, not really for free. You buy the software, you install it on your computer, and boom, you had it. And as long, you just used it. Right. Now you can't even do that. You can't even buy anything. Everything has to be a subscription. I am getting so tired of monthly subscriptions to things. I just, and even the cell phone stuff too. I have, I got my bill and my cell company just increased their rates.
Yep.
And I'm like, do I even really need this? The problem is that we get spoiled. People get spoiled. They get everything at their fingertips with the cell phones. You get all the apps, you get all these little bumps and features and things like that. And then if you try to go back down to, from a smartphone to a dumb phone, you don't have to do it yourself because you don't have access to everything.
Right.
It's that's how they get you. They drag you in with all these little perks and features and things like that, get you hooked on that stuff, and you can't get rid of it. But I think the simplest thing to do is just to downscale. Is to get rid of all the stuff that you don't need. Get rid of all that stuff. So it's just not worth. Like I don't have Netflix. I refuse to have Netflix. I'm not going to pay. I'm not going to pay a pedophile ring. I'm not doing it. And that's something too. Like even Netflix, you said the cheapest package, right? It's like $15 a month, and you're still getting ads.
We got down to $7.99.
And you're still getting ads.
Yeah, still getting ads.
Right. If you're paying for something, you shouldn't have ads in it. It doesn't matter.
It's her thing. It's not my thing. She likes Virgin River.
No, I get it. I understand, but what I'm saying
Bridgerton.
No, what I'm saying is that if you are paying a monthly subscription for access to something, there shouldn't be ads in it. I'm sorry.
Sirius XM radio. The satellite radio. Okay. So what I've narrowed everything down to is my brain source. It would be like one of those movies. What's the key source? Everything is narrowed down to my 2 freezers. Everything I have, and I know I've got freezers. These things one is 48 cubic feet. The other's 35 cubic feet. the professional freezers you would have in a big major restaurant, because we constantly fill them up with game. Game in the sense of domestic, or growing our own game, our own freezer. Like I said, I have a professional vacuum packer. That stuff's not going to leak because I already found some stuff I got to toss. Got rid of the cheap, crappy one. This thing's professional. So you open that thing up. Like I said, I caught it, killed it, raised it, produced it myself. But that's what everything is put into. Now, what would happen if they said, oh man, you're going to be out of power in 3 months? Within that time period, I have enough propane to run my generator to do every piece of frozen item in there and freeze dry it. I will have enough time to do it. I would still have propane to keep the freezers running. The freezers would not be total empty, and I'd have everything in a freeze-dried state of mind. Everything would be freeze-dried because you take the frozen thing and it freeze-dries it, and you don't have to have a freezer for that. But that's what I put everything into. I think the only thing that can take me out is a freaking IED from a helicopter or something like that, or some mortar that they shot into me. That'd be it. There you go. I've got it done now. So I live in peace. I've got that I got the all live in peace thing going. And we're looking at the winter. She goes, I can't wait this winter. That you're going to rehab the stove. All that wood is going to be cracked. And we got 5 years worth of wood. 5 years worth of fire. I said 5 years, Joe.
I know. I remember you told
crazy.
We put some pictures up of it too.
Yeah, and so she's like, okay, we'll make our own hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I want to do, before we go, I know we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to do a photo tour of everything, of everything that I've talked about, and show everybody how really easy it is. And it'd be better to do this, and I get it on film. I'm working to still do all the fancy stuff on the computer, but I can put this all on a computer, on a phone, and have it all. I know how to put pause. I'm actually pretty good with the cameraman. We'll go to each station on the farm and go, this is how really easy it is. The myth of how hard it is not that. It's really easier than you think. So there we are.
Outstanding.
Okay.
All right. Looking forward to it. All right. Well, thank you, Wayne. Appreciate you. I really do. I missed you last week.
Honor and privilege.
I missed you last week, and I'm glad you're feeling better, and you're on your road to recovery.
It's a road. It's going to be a challenge. This will be a little bit of a challenge for me.
We got you, though, brother. We got you. Yeah. All right. So shout outs to our producing team, executive producers, Wayne Rankin, Rosanna Rankin, Carolina Jimenez, Angelo Watuski, and John Seeley. Folks, these folks, they donate their time, their talent, their treasure to help put these shows together. Couldn't do it without them. Really appreciate all the support they give us. And I'm not just saying that because one of our executive producers is sitting right over here with me. That's the fact of the matter. Without their support, we couldn't do a lot of the stuff that we do. Now, if you want to find out more about how you can help out the show, it's very simply just head over to joerooz.com/support. That's joerooz.com/support. And when you get there, just take a look at all the options available. You have one-time donations, any amount, recurring donations, any amount. You can sign up to be a producer, an associate producer, an executive producer of the show. It's all laid out there for you, and you get some little perks out of it. You get the shout-out on every show. You get included in show notes and emails. And we're in the process right now of getting the show approved on IMDb, so you're going to get an IMDb credit once that's all in place. And that's something that's a professional credit that you can actually use. You can put it on your resume, and people can go to IMDb, search your name, boom, there you are. So, there are little perks to it that we try to do for you. So take a look at it. If it's something that you're able to do, you're willing to do, you have the means to do it, click that support button and help us out. We would really, really appreciate it. All right. Well, with that said, I think that should just about do it for us for tonight, my friends. On behalf of Wayne Rankin, our practical prepper, I want to say thank you for being with us tonight. Don't forget to head over to the website, joerooz.com, joerooz.com. Send us over a message. Let us know what you think. And folks, remember, be prepared, stay ready, make Texas independent again, go podcasting, keep a steady stride, and more importantly, folks, keep talking. Good night, and we'll see you next week.